What's shaking? It's bacon. And today's the last day of the Iron Banner, sadly. And I actually had a lot of fun playing it this time around, in contrary to how I felt about it in the past. Because I feel like as the game progresses, people are starting to get better gear and better guns, of course. And that contributes to there being more variety in combat. And it makes the Crucible very interesting because you're getting a lot of PvE players that don't even touch Crucible to get into Iron Banner just for the gear, and it makes it a whole lot of fun. It brings the entire community together, and it's an awesome event. But it's actually the only PvP event that we have to look forward to. PvE gets a lot of fun things like raids and stuff like that, but the Crucible fan base doesn't really get that much love sometimes. Actually, there's a lot of anger, and that's kind of given it for a multiplayer FPS, so. I was thinking about how Iron Banner could be even better. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with Iron Banner. I love how it's been recently. But I think that adding more to it would be great because, like, you can constantly push out new content, of course. Make expansion and stuff. But expanding on previous things that are already in the game shows that you're dedicated to your fans and would make us see Bungie as, okay, they care about us. They genuinely care about us and want to make our experience even more fun. So I've come up with a couple of suggestions and ideas we can have implemented into Iron Banner in the future. The first idea I have is for Bungie to implement event exclusive maps. Maps that only appear when Iron Banner is up. I think that this would draw in a lot of attention because I don't know of any other FPS in the market that has maps that only appear during a special event. It would be crazy and it would make a lot of people who have been shying away from Iron Banner step into it. It would add a different feel to the game. They could do some crazy stuff. I don't know. They could make heavy ammo drops different. They can make special ammo drops different. They could just do some crazy stuff with the maps and make it a whole lot of fun and bring something new to the table. I think that that would just make it a whole lot more rewarding to play Iron Banner, regardless of the gear and shaders and emblems. It would add a new way to play the game. The second is ditching the RNG system for Iron Banner. And for those who don't know, RNG stands for Random Number Generator, and that's what determines loot drops in Destiny's Crucible. And I think gear could be given based on performance and skill. A lot of people are complaining about how Destiny is not based on skill. People could just go into a lobby, do horrible, and get amazing exotics or great gear. And the person who's on the top is just going to get a blue or nothing. Iron Banner could be the solution. People could jump into Iron Banner and be happy because their wish is being granted. Because I don't think that the RNG system should just be abandoned at all. I think it should just be for Iron Banner. It should, like, take a little break. RNG Jesus, calm down and just take your vacay, for Iron Banner is here and everyone's gonna play it just because they can shine and get rewarded based on how they do. And another thing, I think it could be based on bracket, and that leads into another point. Point 3, tournament style brackets. I think that Iron Banner should be the toughest version of the Crucible. It should be where the real players come out and show their stuff. Based on how Destiny works, you can't really tell how powerful a player is by just looking at them. The level number means nothing. 32 doesn't mean anything in terms of skill. And Grimoire score is just Grimoire score. That doesn't really do anything either. So I think that you should have a grade next to your name or whatever in Iron Banner, and it explains how high of a player you are, what you're capable of. So I was thinking of a system that's kind of like, excuse me for talking about Call of Duty even though I don't play it anymore, but like Black Ops 2 League play. I really enjoyed League play. It was one of the reasons that I continued to play Call of Duty at that time, and it made you want to prove yourself. It made you go against people of your same skill level and made you just keep ranking up, and not ranking up in terms of XP, but ranking up in terms of performance and making you a better player overall. And I think that by doing so, it could make us verse better players and not just keep playing against the same little kids. And it would just be worth your time and prove that you deserve that gear that you worked for, and make Iron Banner a whole lot more fun and challenging. And everyone loves a challenge in FPS, am I right? My fourth point is kind of quick, and it's about diverse and interesting bounties. I'm tired of seeing the same bounties, honestly. It's been pretty much the same with the exception of a few tweaks since like original Iron Banner. It's boring. Make something different. Come on, I'm sure that the devs have some good ideas when it comes to the Crucible. Give me something a little bit more interesting, maybe a little more difficult. I don't know. I get tired of the same old thing. It feels like meh, you know? Give me something that kind of pushes me a little bit more to try to do some crazy things. I just think that kid shake things up a bit. My fifth and final point, which I think is the easiest fix for Bungie to do, is match large fire teams against large fire teams. People who will play together, let them verse people who play together, because it's just so annoying to go into an Iron Banner game when you're a solo player and facing off against entire teams who are just farming their supers and doing just team tactics. It's kind of annoying. So I was thinking you could match 1 to 3 players and categorize that as a small team, and 4 to 6 players as a large team. Just please, for the traveler's sake, separate the large groups from the small groups. I'm tired of going into Iron Banner alone just to get a few more points to rank up and just be decimated by huge groups. I hold my own, but I'm just getting medallions here. It's kind of a guaranteed loss at certain points. So fix it, please. Please again, please, one more time, fix it. Thank you. And those are all my suggestions for how to make Iron Banner amazing. I have a question before I go. Did you guys see ships, like legendary ships, dropping like candy for people? I've never seen it do that in Iron Banner before. Is that normal? Was it just luck? I'm not sure. Could you please help me out understand that, how that worked out? And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, slap a like, subscribe, and be here for more. See you later.